A long struggle between Fargo teachers and the school board appears to be over. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Jordan Schreier here with Lisa Bedeau, and we're just getting started with your news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day.
After months of negotiations, the two sides say they have agreed on a new 2-year labor contract. Teachers will get a 1.5% salary increase this school year and a 1.25% increase next year. In addition, a calendar day will be dropped, meaning teachers will go from a 191-day calendar year to 190-day.
The change in the calendar year will not impact student contact time. The contract still needs to be approved by teachers and the full school board.
If you expected to wake up to Iowa caucus results, you're in for a surprise. Or maybe a letdown, depending on how you look at it. The numbers are delayed this morning because of problems with the mobile app, and that has the campaigns and voters pressing for an explanation.
The Iowa Democratic Party says it expects to release data this afternoon after manually verifying the results against paper backups. The party says the delays were the result of a reporting issue, not a hack or an intrusion. The delay isn't a problem for the GOP. Donald Trump was the easy winner for Republicans last night.
10 minutes before 7, let's get a check of our storm team forecast on this Tuesday morning.
Good morning. We are looking east at that beautiful sunrise starting up for us officially at 7:48. We'll see that sun up here in Fargo, and conditions that are going to be rather pleasant for us as we continue on through the day. We're looking at some good travel weather for winter standards. Of course, there are probably going to be some areas where we're concerned about some icy patches out there today, but overall we've got great visibility, quiet conditions. You're just going to want to make sure you've got all of the gear you need in case you run into car trouble in this cold weather. It's chilly out there. We're looking at some temperatures right now down into the teens below, 15 below in Fosston. It's 13 below in Bemidji, 11 below in Crookston, and 9 below right now in Grand Forks. So especially northwest Minnesota, we're struggling with those temperatures. Fargo's at 1 below, and then there are a couple of places to the south and west hanging on to those positive numbers. Checking out your wind chills, there are some places where we do have a little bit of wind, just enough to bring our wind chills down to a hazardous range. We're down to 27 below in Fosston. It feels like 22 below in Grand Forks and a wind chill of 21 below in Langdon. So bundle up here today and cover up, especially in the north and northeast where we've got some of those lowest temperatures. Our wind speeds are very light, so not a lot of wind chill factor going on at this point in time. And your radar and satellite map looking pretty quiet here this morning with conditions that should stay on the dry side. So here's a look at our hourly planner for today. We've got that sun getting ready to rise. Temperatures will also climb with it, but not by a lot. As we head through the day today, we'll see those numbers climb to the low teens in the Fargo-Moorhead area and other places in the south and west. A little cooler up in northwest Minnesota. And we're going to be watching that wind starting westerly, eventually switching to a south and southwesterly direction through the day today. And once that starts to pick up into tonight, that's when we'll start to see some warmer air taking over. Here's a look at your 7-day planner. Wednesday looking a lot milder, a high of 27. Just be aware it's going to be on the breezy side on Wednesday. Thursday's our next chance for some snow, light snow possible. And then we take a little step back on Friday, but the weekend's looking really good at this point. Temperatures in the 20s and quiet. And now for a look at traffic. Here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's traffic on the move.
Thank you, Lisa. We're going to be finishing up this hour on I-29 heading northbound toward Grand Forks, what is traditionally one of our busier areas of road every single morning. Now, we just left 32nd Avenue and we were going westbound. The westbound lanes of 32nd really only got busy as you got like close to the interstate. However, in the eastbound lanes, those were looking busy pretty much all throughout 32nd Avenue. So that area is going to be one to watch out for. But looking at where we're at now here on I-29, we can see a little bit of a buildup from the I-94 interchange to where we are now, just past 32nd Avenue. And then there's even more of a buildup between the interchange and Main Avenue. So it's getting a little bit more crowded here on the interstates. It started off a little bit busier this morning, and it still hasn't quite reached its peak traffic flow. That's really the main thing that's separating it from yesterday. Overall, the traffic flows were very similar between the last couple of days. However, today is just looking a little bit lighter. As you can see, once we get over to these leftbound lanes of, or leftmost lanes of I-29, it opens up a bit today. Now, what day is today? It is Taco Tuesday, so ole the day at Taco John's. For your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
A Guatemalan woman who was deported after a deadly school bus crash in 2008 that killed 4 children in southwestern Minnesota has pleaded guilty to illegally re-entering the United States. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Olga Marina Franco del Cid also pleaded guilty yesterday to false representation of a Social Security number.
She was arrested in November after immigration officers got a tip that she was back in Minnesota. Franco del Cid was convicted of criminal vehicular homicide after crashing a minivan into a school bus near Cottonwood in 2008, killing 4 students. A Fargo man is suspected in a string of fires at a downtown Fargo apartment building over the weekend. Police arrested 28-year-old Saha Kadka for felony endangering by fire after firefighters were called to the 600 block of 1st Avenue North twice on Saturday and once again on Sunday.
One woman who was at the complex during Sunday night's fire tells Valley News Live that there are 16 different small burn sites throughout the building. The family of an inmate is suing the Barnes County, North Dakota Correctional Facility over the death of 25-year-old Lonnie Bradley. He was in jail for terrorizing in October of 2018 when he killed himself. The lawsuit claims he was known to be suicidal and that Bradley's death was preventable if proper policies had been followed.
Documents say Bradley openly discussed killing himself and attempted to take his own life. The state's attorney says Bradley received treatment for 10 days at the state hospital before being cleared to return to jail. He then took his own life within a week and in the same manner that he had previously attempted. Barnes County officials say Bradley was under increased observation at the time of his death. A doctor who treated Prince is now being disciplined for prescribing pain medication for the pop star in another person's name. The Minnesota Board of Medical Practice did not name Prince, but did identify him as patient number 1. Prince's longtime friend, Kirk Johnson, was ID'd as patient number 2.
Dr. Michael Schulenberg initially told the board he didn't know painkillers he prescribed for Johnson were intended for Prince, but changed his story last summer. Prince died of an accidental fentanyl overdose in 2016. Enbridge Energy's plan to replace its aging Line 3 crude oil pipeline appears to be back on track. Minnesota utility regulators voted yesterday to approve a court-ordered revised environmental review and reinstate 2 key approvals that the company needs to proceed with the disputed project.
That clears the way for Enbridge to obtain 2 remaining major state and federal permits and some minor permits that it still needs. The Summer Olympics, well, they're quickly approaching, and many can't wait to see what the athletes have in store.
But to get us a little better prepared for some of the sports, we check in with the Valley Today's Abby Furchner. She joins us live this morning with the start of our Olympic series. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with Sage D'Ambrosia, the assistant diving coach here at MSUM. And diving is one big sport in the Summer Olympics. You'll be able to catch it when they're out in Tokyo this summer. I'm so excited for it. But I know that, there's a lot that goes into the sport that people may not know about. I know it looks cool when they're flying through the air, but it's really about the skill and talent. How much do you guys practice here just on the collegiate level?
So we practice 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and it's just about putting in a good amount of repetitions and trying to perfect everything that we're doing.
Because I know on that scoring scale, you want to aim for that perfect 10, but what a lot of people might not know is each skill, you're getting rated on your difficulty as well. So even if you're doing a hard skill, but you mess up, are you just taking away from that 10 or are you taking away from that difficulty as well?
Well, so the difficulty stays the same. You take away from the 10. It kind of multiplies everything by the difficulty. So if you mess up on a really easy dive, it's a lot worse than messing up on the really hard dive. Yeah.
I would agree with that. But Lexi, one of the divers here at MSUM, she's going to be showing us a skill. What is she going to be showing us right now?
She's going to be doing a back 1.5 with 1.5 twists.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that sounds extremely hard. Wow, and she just made that look so easy. So from start to finish, though, you were being judged.
Mm-hmm. Judged from the height, the distance from the board, toe point, how you enter the water.
I could never do this, so that was impressive to me, and I'm sure it's impressive to everybody at home too, because that takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice. But those are just some of the dives you'll be able to see at the Olympics this summer.
I want to have a Dancing with the Stars moment where I have like a panel and we just hold it up and you can be like 10,
I know. I would give her a high score. That looked great.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, we should have.
Abby Furchner reporting live this morning. Thank you very much. Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. That question, the average American won't finish this until July 2nd.
Paying off Christmas or holiday debt takes a while. That's a sad answer, though. Okay, let's take a look now at our forecast for this Tuesday. Chilly.
Yes, chilly is the word. We're looking at some conditions that temperatures are below the 0-degree mark. So you'll want to bundle up today. We'll get to about 13 degrees. You're high in Fargo. Some places stuck in the single digits today. So bundle up. Tomorrow we do improve those temperatures. We'll end up in the 20s. Just watch out for the wind. Next chance for snow coming up on Thursday.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather on the Fargo CW.